should know, speaking to an old friend, Ben Bishop of Ninja Turtle fame, Last Ronin. We have sequels of Last Ronin. We have the aggregate. We want to catch back up with Mr. Bishop and find out all the great work he's been up to. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you? Good to see you again.
Yeah, absolutely. Always good talking to you. So tell us what's going on with these Ninja Turtles. Everybody loves them.
Yeah, so we've done the first series. It's 5 issues. Last Ronin, you've probably seen the big black hardcover with the red sun. After that, we did Lost Years, another 5 issues, and that's got a hardcover as well with a nice waterfall and some bandanas on it. And now we're on to the 3rd series, Last Ronin Re-Evolution, where you get to see those new turtles all grown up as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they take to the streets. We've done 3 issues of that. There's going to be another 2 more before that's collected in hardcover, and maybe some more after that. Who knows?
Nice. So the Last Ronin has been like hugely successful. Everybody loves the Last Ronin storyline. We know there's a movie in works for it. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that if you can.
Yeah, so it's been a New York Times bestseller. It has been at the top of the sales charts of comics and graphic novels essentially since it came out, outselling Spider-Man, outselling Batman. And so it was inevitable that hopefully we would get a movie or something. And it turns out they're working on a live-action rated-R movie. And we have some hopes for that, of course, but we can get into that later. And they're also doing a video game, PlayStation, Xbox. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of great things about it. I know personally, reading The Last Ronin, I loved it. And not trying to blow it up, but people were so surprised as to which turtle was the Last Ronin.
Yeah.
And how has the reception been with that versus the more for the younger audience, the Turtles for the younger audience? Because we know they're all successful, but just in comparison.
Yeah, I think even the young kids are getting into this story. Kids nowadays are playing video games that are way too adult, so they're not scared of the Ninja Turtles dying. They think it's cool. But yeah, like you said, there's one sole surviving turtle, and the other ones, they all don't make it. And I was fortunate enough to draw those scenes where I got to, kill my heroes, and I did it with honor. I did it with the legacy in mind, and never wanted to disappoint the fans or Eastman and Laird and the people who care so much about it as much as I do. We all grew up with the Turtles, as far as us, and we all bring our own baggage to the story, so it hits that much harder. And the kids, everybody, turtle-wise, especially myself, like, we're here for the young stuff, we're here for the older audience stuff. More turtles is just good.
So, growing up, being fans of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the way that we all are, got a chance to meet Kevin Eastman about 2 years ago. Very cool guy. What is your experience like working with him, being a fan of his creation from such a young age? And Peter Law.
It's awesome. Kevin is the ultimate collaborator. Even back in the day when he was working at Mirage, when the first comics were coming out, he was working with all these different guys who are very talented in their own right, whether it's lettering, coloring, inking, or collaborating on designs. And so he told me, it'd be a mistake to ever turn down a good idea. So I think he hires people that he trusts, hires talent that he loves, and then he just lets you do your thing, which is why I've been fortunate enough to have a hand in so many of these designs and the looks, especially the 4 new turtles. I got to design them, and that was a dream come true for sure.
Amazing. So how did you connect with Kevin Eastman?
I sent him a book that I did on my own called The Aggregate. I sent him that looking for a back cover quote. He wrote me back a few years later and said, "Sorry, I never got you that quote. You want to do a book together?" And I said, "Yeah." And so we do this book called Drawing Blood, which is coming out through Image right now. And it's the fictional true story of how the Turtles were created, but instead of Kevin Eastman, it's Shane Bookman. And instead of creating the Turtles, Shane and his brother create the radically rearranged Ronin ragdolls based on samurai cats named after famous anime directors Miyazaki, Tezuka, and Otomo. So it's a wild ride. It's a way for Kevin to kind of tell some of these tales that have happened, the story behind the stories, as far as all these years in the industry, making comics and having such a great success. But there's a lot of stuff in there that's just for the comic too, maybe like Lithuanian gangsters and gunfights and car chases. It's great. So we were halfway through that, and he said, "Hey, you want to work on Last Ronin?" And I said, "Of course." So
how could you say no to that, right?
Right.
So, being that you've had these great experiences, working on things that are hugely successful, the aggregate, where are we at with that? Because I know that's something that is your passion project, something that you love and you're working on.
Book 1 has been done for a long time, and Book 2 has been funded. I originally did a Kickstarter for it a long time ago, and because of Drawing Blood and because of Last Ronin, it's been on pause every now and then as I bounce between. But like Drawing Blood, like Last Ronin, it definitely is like so my heart and soul, and can't wait to get back to it. But it really deserves like my whole thought process, and so had a lot of spinning plates when you're trying to break into the industry, and then you break in and those plates are still spinning, so you try to finish this, finish that without breaking all of them, you know what I mean? And so making sure that everything that comes out is the best work I can do that very day, and I don't want to have any regrets. It's like legacy again. It's like I'm putting my best work out into the world. So Aggregate 2 is taking a long time, but it's going to be worth it because I care so much about it.
Well, listen, we're absolutely looking forward to all of the work that you're doing. Aggregate, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Check him out, Ben Bishop. He is killing it right now. He's absolutely killing it. And he does things for the babies.
Yeah, it's all for the babies.
All for the babies. Yeah. So make sure you pick up that Baby Ninja Turtle book if you got little ones too.
Thanks a lot. You can find my stuff at bishart.net. That's bishart.net, and that's the same thing on Instagram. So check me out.
Absolutely. We're definitely looking out for you. Yo, thank you so much. Always a pleasure. Definitely. Yeah. Talk to you soon.
Within us all live a Superman. Within our souls to survive. Don't you wish you were Superman?